What is going on, guys? Popson87 here, and today I'm bringing you a different sort of video. This is Supreme Racing League, the Mexican Grand Prix. This is something different. I should explain why this video is coming out and what it's about. Now, I don't just race in AOR in Oceania Tier. I also race in Supreme Racing League as well. Now, the reason why I don't do videos on SRL is because I'm generally really unlucky in this league. Literally half the races I've competed in this tier have been ended by lag or damaged by lag, or just like being involved with lag to some degree, and they haven't really been fun, just pitting on the first lap and stuff like that. So I haven't really shown them. I haven't really had that many good races. I don't even know where I finished in the standings because the season is now open for SRL, and I know I didn't do that good, but I can't remember where I finished in the standings, to be honest. But I will be racing SRL for Season 2, but this is a little teaser for that. This is the best race, in my opinion, of SRL in Season 1, and in my opinion, one of the best races I've had on this game so far, which explains the sort of clickbaited title. No, I didn't win the race. No, I didn't get in the podium during this race, so let's just get over that clickbait to begin with. This race, I'm calling the best race on F1 2017, purely because it's just the most fun, and the amount of battles, the amount of action is insane. As you're about to witness, we are P8 in the grid, no practice once again. Let's just see how we do. So, it's 5 lights on the screen now, and it's lights out and away we go. We get a fairly okay start, better than Owens alongside us. Neon Tridome and Jetson ahead get a fairly even start. Aaron our 4 behind us gets an incredible start actually, from P10 on the grid, and it goes up inside towards turn 1. No collisions up ahead so far, especially into the braking zone, so it's good to see. A little bit of free wide action, but nothing really that costly. There's a little bit of corner cut there as they try to avoid a collision with Jetson and Aaron, and nothing really serious at all. I think a little bit of a spin, someone spun towards the back, I'm not quite sure who, not quite sure what happened there, but it doesn't really concern us. So now I've got Aaron going outside. We could have forced him out a little bit wider and fought back a little bit more aggressively, but I didn't want to really throw away a race and start this lap. As Mexico, not one of my favourite tracks, and weirdly, this isn't a track I've actually raced at ever in a league race, which is kind of surprising, as it was brought back in the calendar last year, and I never did any league races in F1 2016. Every time there's a league race in Mexico, I always seem to miss it. And I actually missed AOR as well, for Mexico as well. But going back to the action, Neon Tridome spun there on the back of Timo Mark. I believe he was going for a move up the inside and then turned in, or I don't know, I can't quite remember. But I'm sure you guys have probably seen it in his video anyways. Now Pitts with front wing damage. I believe he got it on the back of New Zealand Ryan at the start. Not quite sure. You guys have to go check that out for yourselves. But now we've got Aaron on the back of Jetson. They're going side by side down towards turn 1. No DRS. It looks like Aaron's got pretty good straight line speed so far in this race. And our straight line speed will be pretty good as well. We've got 2, 4, or 5 wings, I believe. So we're going for quite low downforce. Going quite aggressive during this race. Let's see if that works out for us. Now going for the outside on Jetson. Down the back straight towards turn 4. This is lap 2 of the race. We don't really want to do anything too aggressive or too silly. So we back out of that, so we can't really hold us around us outside yet. We just want to try and get a rhythm, and let's see what we can do in this race to begin with. As gotta admit, actually, this first stint was the most boring part of the race, as we just couldn't keep up with Jetson and Aaron on the ultra soft tyres. I'm not quite sure why. On the second stint, as you're about to see, we did a lot better, but we actually, if anything, fell back into the clutches of Roscoe behind us, as it's a little bit disappointing, and now we make a mistake going to the pit lane on lap 7, lap 8, and that's going to be a time penalty for our next pit stop. Well, not time penalty, we're going to be halted in the pit bay for 5 seconds, and that's going to be a real shame. That's going to hamper us for our second pit stop. So as you can see, the strategy for this race I'm doing is a 2-stop, and I actually got it right for once. Unlike my recent AOR videos where I've got the strategy completely fucked up, we actually got it right for once. The quickest strategy for this race was a 2-stop. I think everyone in the field did do that, bar 1 or 2 people, I believe. So it was a good one, and it's going to be two super soft tyres, a stint to the end. That's a nice way of saying that. Good English there. But now we're on the back of Conrad straight. He's on the soft tyres. He started the race on those tyres, so it's going to be quite slow. As I looked up the inside into the first sector there, wasn't really going for a move there. Probably should have backed out of it, and that probably cost us a little bit more time if anything. Good racing there with Conrad. He's defending quite fairly. And now we're going to think about a move down the inside, down the straight. Because I think we've got the undercut on like Aaron and Ginger Rise on that, so it could be still battling them as we want to make up any time lost. So it's actually good watching these races back, like watching my actions and my racecraft and seeing where I go wrong, where I can improve. And like that's a good example. That back out of Conrad, I could have saved the move for the straights and lost less time. So it's good to pick up tips. You don't always have to go for the first move. You can always wait for a while and complete the move in a much easier manner and lose a lot less time when you're doing side-by-side action. So it's a good advice there for any newcomers to league racing. But anyway, you've got Tiamat Mardica there, who stopped to the side of the track. I believe he had a collision with Izzat Matt, lap 2, 3 sort of complex. And then I believe he had a collision with Ginger Horizon into the turn 4 braking zone, which I believe lost him front wing damage and then just gave up and retired straight after that. So now we're going down the inside of Roscoe Arm. I'm not really sure what happened to him actually. He was just behind me during the first stint and he hasn't actually pitted yet. And we've already come to the back of him, so I'm not quite sure what happened. Maybe going forward for a spin or something. Bit of a shame for him because he was looking pretty good. And now we're on the back of this. Look at this scrap up ahead. Got Ginger Horizon, got Jetson and Aaron L3F4 trying to go side by side through the air section. That's almost impossible to do, but they're pulling it off somehow. And now we've got Ginger Horizon right on the back of the Ferrari driver. He's going to try and hold it around the outside of this right hand. It's not really going to work. He's got four-side ride. They're going down the middle of both of them as it got past Ginger Horizon. We're now looking in the inside of the Ferrari, and that's forced that a little bit wide. And Ginger Horizon's got us back with the inside line into this right-hander. A lot of action there through the stadium section. God, if any spectators saw that, they would be on their feet right now. But now we've got DRS on Ginger Horizon, who's looking quite slow in a straight line. He defends the inside, but we're going to go for the inside anyway. A little bit of contact on the grass at 300 kilometers an hour. Very quick, insane action there. And Ginger Horizon actually holds it round our outside quite nicely. We broke a bit too early there. We were a bit too cautious, and to be fair though, if we had broken any later, we risked hitting the back of Jetson and getting front wing damage. I think we played a bit safe there. And now this is a tasty battle ahead. We've got Jetson and Ginger Horizon battling their heart out. And we've got Aaron not far up the road either. So let's see how this battle plays out for the rest of the stint. But this is looking incredibly juicy. And it's only lap 12 of this race as well. Lap 14 now, and we've still got side-by-side action. I believe it's Aaron and Jetson now going side-by-side. As I'm struggling to speak here, as Ginger Horizon's waiting the wings behind, trying to get the inside line on Aaron, but Aaron's got the inside line on Jetson, and it's all playing off. We looked down the inside of Ginger Horizon there, but he turned in and there wasn't really any room, so he backed out of that move there, as they're now going for the air section. But this is a tasty battle for P4, the actual front and the midfield pack, so it's good to see they actually have pace in this race to keep up with these guys. And as you can see, Ginger Horizon had good downforce through the air section, so I believe he's got a very high drag setup. So I believe he has done that in previous races, like in ASR. I know he's been pretty slow in a straight line, but pretty quick through the corners. And that's going to be a weakness of his, so he might exploit later on. But now we're going on the inside of Aaron. That was a cheeky dive bomb from Ginger earlier on, which left Aaron very vulnerable to me. And now we're going to go right behind him down the straight. But he's got DRS, I've got DRS, but I've got Slipstream and Rich Mix. And we're pulling alongside of him, and hopefully get the position down in turn 1. We've got the inside line. Aaron really isn't really defending, which is quite lucky for us, and that's quite easy really. And now we've got Ginger Horizon and Jetson. Our next target's header. Jetson there makes a big mistake, smashing the DRS line on the exit of turn 3 there, and that's left him very vulnerable to Ginger Horizon. They're going side by side. Will Ginger get the position? No, Jetson slams the door in his face. And this is great battling between the Ferrari and the Toro Rosso, as we are right behind them, waiting in the wings. Let's see if we can get past them. I feel like our pace is a little bit quicker once we get into free air, but let's see if that's right. Let's see if we can get past them quite nice and clean. Is once again side-by-side action. Ginger's trying to get the switch back on Jetson there, and looks like he's doing pretty good. Jetson went out quite wide, With Ginger's straight line speed, it's going to be quite difficult for him to get the position now. He's looking around the outside of turn 4, and they're going side by side. Can we pick up the pieces of any contact? So there might be a bit of contact here. Ginger forcing Jetson really quite wide, and that's position of him. Can we get the double overtake on Ginger Rosen? Looks like we're trying to. Down the inside line of that double right-hander, but he's got the inside line for the next corner, and I don't think he'll be able to hold around his outside there. That'd be very brave if I tried to do that. But he has a much better downforce than me, so there's no real chance I could have attacked that unless I was fully alongside or even ahead of him, which I wasn't really. But he's going to be quite vulnerable down the start finish straight now, and we've still kept quite close behind him through the section. It's only a couple of tenths back. Half a second at most, and now we're going for the stabling section. This is sort of pad OP, this sort of section, all about traction zones, and we're still not far behind the Torosso driver, as yeah, this has been a crazy action so far. A couple of tenths behind. You might think it's a bit too far back, but his straight line speed deficit is really quite huge to us, and you can see we're massively far back, but we're gaining massively on him. Rich Mix. And he's defended a little bit at the inside. He moved a little bit under braking there, and that side-by-side fraction turn 4. He held it quite nicely around the outside there, but got a switch track maneuver. He corner cut a little bit, so it might be a penalty for him. As now he got DRS down the back straight. He defends the inside once again, but got the outside line. We're pulling ahead of him into Richards once again. Now to standard. He dive bombs me into the corner, but we get the inside line for the next corner, and that's nicely played out by me. We're finally into P4 at the head of this mini train. Whew, that was some sweaty action there. Some good battling between all 4 of us. And let's hope it's going to continue during the rest of this race. And looks like it might even the following lap, lap 18. And Ginger's still really close to us. But with that straight line speed, he can't really get position. We didn't even put it into Rich Mix. But we're defending the inside anyway, as they don't want to let him past, as any positions now will be beneficial for the rest of this race. Although we did get a time penalty, so if he hasn't got many time penalties, it might really hurt us for the rest of this race. But yeah, that's another thing that this track is very hard on, is time penalties. Also another thing is fuel. So it's definitely one thing to watch for the rest of this race. I'm definitely in the minus red figures now for the rest of this race. So it's going to be one thing to manage, but unfortunately we've got a time penalty to be applied in this pit stop, so we're going to be held in our bay for 5 seconds, which is really agonising, especially when it can cost me a position in the battle for P4 there. So that might be the thing that cost me in this race, as I believe a Renault pitted at the same time as me, or was it McLaren? I'm quite sure. Someone pitted at the same time as me anyway. Not quite sure who it is, but now lap 20, going back out on track. Let's see what we can do. As Aaron, who actually got the undercut on us, so he's going to be right behind us, going down the start finish straight. He's got the momentum though on us, and he defends the inside, he pulls around the outside, and he's got ahead of him. I can't really dive bomb from this distance back, and he's got the position, so fair play to him. He's got the undercut. I'm not quite sure actually why he wasn't further up the road, especially with my 5-second stop go penalty. Maybe he had one of his own, or maybe he changed his front wing. I'm not quite sure what happened to him there. But Roscoe Arm there is on the one stop, and we've caught to the back of him, me and Aaron have. So it's going to be easy picking, so this could be a good opportunity to get past Aaron down the start finish straight. So we didn't get the best exit at the final corner, it's got to be said, but new personal best, and we're going to Rich Mix, even though we're under fueling. And let's see what we can do. We're in the slipstream of the Williams driver. It could be 3 wide going on the straight now, as we go over the inside line on the Williams driver. He leaves the room on the inside, and he's still holding around the outside. It's a good move from him. Once again, he's run through there, might be compromised. It's right in the back of him, going on to the back straight towards turn 4 into Richrix once again. Is he going to defend the inside? No, he isn't. We might look for the inside line. A bit of a cheeky dive bomb. He leaves the room on the inside there, and he gets position for now, but we do this cheeky switchback off that exit there, very nice. And we've got to be inside into the double right-hander. We turned a little bit too early, broke a little bit too early, and it's going to hold it right on our outside, out the double right-hander. We should have broken a bit too late there. Once again, looking back and viewing my own footage, that's probably what I should have done, but we're still right on his gearbox through the S section, but I don't think we were able to get past him at that point. As now, at this point, we're conserving fuel, and at this point my mentality was, we conserve fuel now, and we attack him with Rich Mix later on in this stint. But now we've got Tim Amada going around outside. After he retired, he joined back, and he's a lap down, but he wanted to, well, overtake me, I guess. Even though I was in lean mix, it's a bit unfair for me, but at this point I was all like, okay, you get past me, go attack Aaron, batter him a little bit, and see if, let's hope I can catch up. But so far it's not really working out, as Ben didn't really get the best exit out of the final corner, and we've got DRS. We're not even into rich mix, and we've got the slipstream, and we're a bit quicker on the straight line. Let's see if we can get back past him, although Aaron is really steaming ahead of us with this potential battle looming now between me and the McLaren driver, and he's got the inside line for turn 2 and 3 there. Had to give him the position, which is a bit annoying, but Team Mardiga really cost me a bit of time to Aaron, as we're already 2 seconds back. We've got DRS still, so can we do anything? Although it doesn't look like Team Mardiga's really caning on Aaron here, and now he goes deep into turn 4. And can we do the switchback? No, he covers that off. A little bit of contact. He's going really quite slow and holding me quite a bit. Now, if you've seen this video, which I've seen, you probably have, you'll know that he had a glitch at this point, where he just got massive amounts of understeer and his pace dropped out the window. And now you can see it from my point of view, he's really slow through the S section, holding up a real tree. I had to lift through there while I was riding the back of his gearbox, just because I know where else to go, and it's costing so much time to Aaron ahead. He's already 4 or 5 seconds ahead, and now we've got Neon Tree Dome on the all-soft tyres, mind you, right behind us. So this is really costing us in this race, and finally, looks like finally now we're going to have opportunity to overtake Tim Marduk. But yeah, that glitch there that he had really cost both me and him. And Neon Tree Dome actually got the fast lap of the race, catch him to both of us. This is really bad news for me. That's going to be really hard to keep him behind for the rest of this race. Let's see if we can do it, as unfortunately it looks like it has cost the battle of P4 as well, as Jetson and Ginger, if you look at the minimap, only approaching turn 4 now. So I reckon if we had been with Aaron, we might have had a chance to catch him by the end of this race, but not to be anymore. Now we've got Neon Tree Dome. Go from the outside line towards turn 1 now. Defending the inside really fairly, but it looks like he's got good enough strike line speed to get ahead of us into the braking zone. We dive down the inside anyway, and there's a little bit of contact there, but he's got the inside line for turn 2 and 3. A little bit of contact and a back out of that, really. There's no way he really could have fought that. Neon Tree Dome had a bit too much grip there, and yeah, just really unlucky. And I feel like I would have a much better chance to finish ahead of him, but he's at a speed anyway, so we've got P7 back, as Aaron's a bit too far up the road now. I don't know where my pace actually went during the rest of this third stint, but it really went quite bad. And we actually underfit from a lot of all-soft tyre runners behind us, and we've got X-Donor now, who's right on our tail. We've got another time penalty for running slightly wide, which is really annoying, because I feel like I definitely got a really poor run in that corner, and it cost him more time than anything, which is a bit annoying, as External there actually went for a really good move. I feel like I forced him out a bit wide, but he held it round the outside there and got the position really quite fairly, and that cost him the position to Neon Tree Dome as well. So it's really annoying, and I back down to P9. Owens looks like a bit too far back in P10, so at least I've got P9 cemented. But Neon Tree Dome and External are really battling quite hard ahead. A little bit of contact on the exit turn 3. Side-by-side action. There might even be a front wing damage for either one of them. I didn't see anything fall off though. We're fine on fuel now. Let's see if we can catch and overtake Neon Tree Dome by the end of this race. He's probably struggling on those all-soft tyres. He has at least 10 laps on them so far. So let's see if we can get him on the final lap of this race. As he's struggling a bit under braking, you can tell his tyres going off. As my tyres are still pretty decent, still not bad. As we get the final time penalty for this race on the final lap. Not great, but I wasn't really worried too much about time penalties. We're going for the cheeky dive bomb. Let's see if we can do it. Go for a Daniel Ricciardo style move, and we got the position. Neon Tree Dome luckily saw us coming there. Didn't find it too hard and gave me the inside line, and we actually covered the switchback off as well, so good to see. And we got back up to P7, which it looks like it will be for the rest of this race now, although time penalty wise we have got quite a few, and the guys around us might have a few less. Let's see how it impacts us for the rest of this race. As I go through the stadium section, the fireworks were looking really quite nice to go through there. Warden won the race, by the way. He was massively far ahead of everyone. I think New Zealand ranked him in second and Berserk third, and then there's the battle for fourth I've been mentioning quite a few times. It's actually P8, as I believe Owens was quite far up the road or something. I believe he got P5 somehow, even though he had quite a few penalties of their own. You'll see by the time screen at the end. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that race. I somehow got through 20 minutes of commentary without a pause, so credit to me there. My voice is going, but I hope you guys enjoyed that race. It's a little teaser for what's to come in Season 2. Hopefully I'll have more videos coming out on SRL in the future. Let's see if we can actually have some good races though, lag-free, and hopefully mount a challenge for the, well, not for the championship, but actually mount a challenge for a good result in SRL for Season 2. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please smash the like button if you did. Please subscribe if you're new. And yeah, I think I'll get going and relax my voice for a while. Hope the next video that comes out should be the AOR Oceania League montage. So I hope you guys enjoy that. I'm currently working on it, and it should be good. So I'll see you guys then for that video. So I'll see you guys then. Bye bye.